I'm Suzanne Sabilla. I'm the owner of Sabilla and Associates, which is the premier leadership and employee development company. Overcome obstacles, reframe your reality, love life, and have growth goals. Change and shift your energy. Pivot. Hi, I'm Suzanne Sabilla, your host of Pivot Now, where we bring on interesting, exciting, and dynamic guests who will share with us their tips, tricks, and life and business hacks to help you pivot in your life. I am super excited to bring this guest on our show. You're absolutely going to love her. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She has a business called 805 Biz Solutions, where she helps small businesses to attract, retain loyal customers while still living their life. I love that. Don't you? I mean, I think that's so absolutely amazing. She also has 30 plus years experience as a leader in organizations, and she's been featured in well-known publications as well as CBS, NBC, and she is also a well-known best-selling author. She is also a surfer mom and grandmother and an innovator. Oh my gosh, this woman has everything, right? Welcome to our show, Kathy Murphy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Woo!
Hi, everybody.
Hi, oh my gosh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, Kathy. Woo, woo, woo.
Welcome to everyone. I'm so excited to be here because Suzanne is truly a star, not only in Pivot Now, but in life. She is a good friend. She is a mentor for me. She's someone I have always looked up to and respected for the work that she does.
Oh
the one
God.
thing about me she failed to say is I'm just an ordinary person like you guys too. Like all of us are really ordinary people out in the world doing extraordinary things. Every step we take can be extraordinary, just like Suzanne has been in developing this program and getting it to all of you guys who listen. I am honored to be here in your presence today, Suzanne, and with the people who watch you, because these are other business owners and other people who also want to have a life. It's really hard for all of us to combine all of that, get it all done, still find some joy and fun,
Yes, not true.
and grow our business.
Yeah. So tell me, how do you go about doing that? Because that is so true. I think a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, they work long hours and long days. They work over 40 plus hours so that they could only, work 10 hours, right? And it's a lot of times it's a lot. It's a lot of hard work to get to where you want to go. So tell me, how do you go about doing that?
Yes, it is hard work, but it can be work that you enjoy.
Yes.
And part of how we do that, for years I had worked with CEOs and business owners who were struggling with stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. And a lot of that stress came from, I don't have enough time. I can't do it all. I'm trying to do all these roles in my business. I can't afford employees, especially in California.
Yes.
And everything just becomes overwhelming when we look at that. But when I bumped into AI, and it was fairly new, and as you know, I'm pretty old, so generally people go, "Oh wow, you're too old to learn that stuff." And to be honest, I had the same thought at first. I went, "Wow, I don't like tech," and then I decided, no, what if I did? Like, what if I really jumped into this, decided that I should try it out because it's going to be a thing. Like, here it is, given what is, what can I do? So I got involved in the AI, went back and studied it for a year.
Oh, that's great. Fantastic.
I did. I was able to get a marketing program that got certified. So that was really exciting, although I do it a little bit different. But what I found was that I still had time by automating those things that are repetitive tasks that can bring customers to us, and then we do the part that we excel at, and we do the part where the connection, the community, that sense of community, like you guys, excuse me, I'm sorry, I've been sick. Like you guys have with Suzanne and her platform, that sense of community for business owners to have with their customers, that's where they step in and do the human touch. So we think that AI can replace humans. That's what people will often say. I don't want to do that in my business. People rely on me. And part of the people who come to us today, they want an instant message back. They want to hear someone when they make a call. And when you can incorporate things like, I have an AI employee in my system that I put in for businesses that can answer the phone. It's trained to be able to answer the questions that you would have that would get them to the next step, which is now you're speaking to them. You've given them instant answers, which we know people like instant everything these days.
Yeah, this
so
is true.
You're giving them the instant answer. They text message call back. And so they get what they need, because people are not going to spend time scrolling without getting something back. So it enables.
I love your service. I mean, this is great. It's something that I could use. I love that you operationalize, if you will, and systematize everything using AI. Fantastic.
Right. Yeah, and
Fantastic.
people often think of, I mentioned marketing. That's something that we all need. We need to attract, convert, and retain customers. I don't call them clients, because like customers are like, there's people out there that we are serving. And you think of it like a restaurant. Oh, we serve our customers food. We don't go, oh, we serve our clients. We're serving our customers something that they need that can help make their life and business better. So when we can do it in that way, where it gives them what they need, it gives them more information that they want before they move on, and then we jump in and also give that connection, because the connection helps every community to grow. And the whole system, when people think of marketing, when I go in and I do a marketing analysis for people, and I'm looking for where do they have those systems in place? Because if people come, if you were a restaurant, people come, you don't have any food. Like you don't have built what you need. And 95% of small businesses, at least, do not have a system in place where it's going to automatically follow up with people in a human way, where it's automatically going to continue to provide value to them. So when they don't have those systems in place and they go, oh, I want to do Facebook ads, because people think marketing, oh, Facebook ads, that will cost you $10,000 a month to run those ads. But if you're not really business ready, if you don't have the readiness factor part, and you reach out with Facebook ads, they're not going to get any value from you. And go through a system that you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours with follow-up on personally each day. So marketing systems, like I have systems, my favorite, because you know how motivated I am about fun, is something called a birthday club. And when people get to celebrate their birthday, they love it. So I build these birthday clubs for small businesses, either in a brick and mortar place with people go in, they get a scan code, and then on their birthday and a month ahead, they start getting messages about it. And that particular business gives them a gift to bring in a friend for free, to bring in family and get 20% off. And people come for that. They bring other people, and everybody is able to have that experience, and they come back. That creates
Yeah, I
loyalty.
love that. I love that. That's a great, great idea. I love that, especially because, yeah, then you're top of mind, right, with
Right.
your customers, and they remember you. It's like, oh, wow, that was so thoughtful and so kind that they remembered my birthday. Wow, how did they know that? Like, I get that from my dentist, right? When it's my
Right.
birthday, I'll get this birthday card, and it's like, oh, let's
Yeah.
celebrate your birthday, and it's an e-card. And so, oh, okay, I remember that. No, I got to make sure I set my appointment,
I
right?
set my
So
appointment.
that's such a great idea to have that with a birthday, card or e-card or celebration. I love that.
Right.
So I'm wondering too, how do you get established with that? Let's say if you don't have processes or systems in place at this point, what do you do for that kind of a business?
We go through and we take a look at what they have currently existing. If they
Mm-hmm.
have any kind of a list, then first we utilize that list, because if we don't retarget people who we already have information on who've worked with us, or people who haven't worked with us, but say you have collected lists like the dentist, because they can do birthday clubs also. You've
Mm-hmm.
collected this list of people, but you're not communicating with them on a regular basis other than, oh, it's time for your annual appointment. Like that alone, because you're reaching out about their birthdays, 179% of emails sent, people open them for their birthday club. 179% of the people. So
Wow.
more than way above. The normal is like 15 to 20.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And out of those people, they find that there is an increase in your revenue from just emailing your current list, that your revenue will go up like 342% over a year,
Wow. That's incredible. That's
because
really
those
incredible.
people are now coming back in. They've forgotten about you.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're doing something that, like, the text messages are the same. People open it when they go, we have a gift for you. But, oh,
Mm-hmm.
birthday. Like, and today people are going, I don't know if I can afford to go out. I don't know if I can go to a spa. I don't know if I can, like, I've had people do things like a company does fishing trips.
Oh, that's cool.
I've
Yeah.
had an accountant who does a tax thing, a tax
Uh-huh.
for people. Like, you can put anything together in that way. So I make sure that they have enough of a system in place and a list. If they don't have a list, then we start, and that package, to do it in there with an existing list, it's $97 a month for people.
Oh, wow. That's
And
really, that's
I
great.
program it all
So
in.
cost
It happens
effective.
on its own. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because I have built the funnels, I've built the systems, and those happen on their own. If you don't have a list, I do Facebook marketing. Those start at 197 for the whole thing, and half of that goes to the ad spend for people. And I can target people with birthdays each month in a small area if you have a local business, a
Mm-hmm.
larger area if you have a bigger business. But I can target people with birthdays then. I can also target friends of yours that are having a birthday. So I target your friends who go, oh, wow, I have this friend who has a birthday coming up, and I'm going to get this buy one, get one free and take her out to eat because I've really wanted to go to this place.
I love
So,
it. Yeah, that's such a great thing. It really is because, again, we buy from people that we know, like, and trust,
right.
and also top of mind, right? So I think this is such a great idea because, again, you're saying, "Oh, happy birthday," and celebrating you and giving you a, free gift, that kind of a thing. And so then the customer thinks, "Oh, wow, okay, yeah, that business, that's a great business, and I want to continue doing business with them."
Yeah.
So
Because
I love that. I love that idea. So
there
this
are
part of our
some,
show, we call it three,
uh-huh.
two, one, go. And what we want from you is three tips, two techniques, or two strategies, I should say, and one action item to pivot our lives forward.
Okay. And life in general, I'm going with life in general for pivoting and business. One is to stay mentally tough, where you've identified what you want and you're going for it. And you don't have to spend a lot of time thinking each day, should I do this or not? Just keep taking a step and keep your mind strong. When you keep your mind strong, you won't get caught up in your own head talk. You won't get caught up in the world's head talk. You'll go, number two, don't fight what is. So with the strong mind, you go, given this is where we are. Like, I mean, there's lots of people in different places right now. Businesses are still trying to grow. I think they have opportunity to thrive. And if you go with, okay, given this is what I have, what can I do? Not, okay, I'm not going to do this because of this. I'm going to fight this because of this. Don't fight what is. Just go, okay, this may not be the environment I wanted to be doing this in, but given that here it is, now what can I do? So
I love that. It kind of goes, I don't know if you've read the book. It's called Loving What Is.
Oh yes, Byron Katie.
Yes. It reminds me of that because many times we want to like resist it, right? Or fight against it or like, no, I want it this way. And it is really about loving what is and knowing what you can control and what is out of your control, which is
correct.
I love that. Love that idea.
And the third is to, once you've given up that resistance to what is, and you have strengthened your mind and you keep it strong, then what is one step I can take today that if I forgot who I was, I would do it anyway? Like, because we can get stuck in that place of going, I don't want to pivot because I'm not, like I experienced, I don't want to pivot because I'm not techie. I don't want to help people with AI. Don't get, I'm so sorry. Don't get caught up in how you think your business should look next month. Just go with, if I didn't know who I was today, what step would I take? Take it and be like, because I never would have guessed in my business, I'm going to be helping people put automation in. Like, I hated that. I was like, no, we need connection. We need that customer touch, which we do. But I look at it now and go, wow, like this really helps people. I see them getting a life. I see their business growing. You know, it doesn't get any better than that. So what it looks like is not what I thought it should look like or what it would be, but it is what is.
Wow. I love that. That gets a heart in a flame. That does. I love that. I love those three tips because that is so fantastic, to have mental capacity. I mean, to really be there, right? In terms of your mindset. I talk a lot about that with my clients is right. You need to have a positive mindset. And it's not just about like toxic positivity. Oh, I'm going to be happy and all that. No, it's not about that. It really is about shifting how you perceive things, how you look at things, and really having a focused, if you will, and disciplined mindset, which comes with healthy habits and routines and all of that. And really loving, as you say, what is, right? What is. So those are great. So what are those two strategies in order to go according to those tips?
Two strategies I would use is to, one, make sure that you're doing something each day that is a healthy mind builder, that keeps your mind strong. So the biggest thing that we fall off of is we make a commitment to ourselves, and we don't often break commitments to others, but we break the ones to ourselves. If you
so true.
sit down, because strategy number two, you got to start with a commitment to yourself. Strategy two is list each morning 3 things that you know would move your business or life ahead. Now, just one step, not, oh, I'm going to build a website. I'm going to put all these things together. No, one step. List those three things. That's something Andy Frisella calls it a power list, and it has a variety of things in it. But list three things that you know if you did them, like I'm going to call this person and have a conversation, would make a difference in your life or business. So relationships, business, everything falls in with that. And then that day, do that list. Just take the list. It's easiest to do it in the morning when you start.
Uh-huh.
Make sure by the end of the day that you do that list. And on that strategy, track it for 30 days. Each day that you do the three things, give yourself a big W for a win. You won the day. Whether you do nothing else in that day, you got those three things done and you kept your commitment to yourself, which builds your mental strength of knowing that if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I don't get stuck in here swirling around for months. I do it.
I love it. That gets a heart and a flame, Kathy. Love it, love it, love it. So cool. Yes, yes, yes. So one action item to pivot our lives forward.
The one action item I would take would be to make sure you listen to Suzanne every week and get good input for how to move forward in your pivot. And the other one would be that for today, don't think about who you think you are and what you think you can and can't do. Just go through your day and do what comes to you to do. Whether you're walking down the street and you go, oh, I'm going to talk to this person. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. It's just to take an action today that helps you go, oh, I can go about my day. I can get things done. You'll feel good about yourself. Mm-hmm. When you feel good about yourself, your confidence goes up. Your ability to get more work done in less time goes up. And you're able to pivot because all of those things come together with the love what is, find something you can do to improve your life no matter what, and just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, Nike has had that right for a long time. It really does come down to that.
Yeah, I love that about taking the one action to pivot our lives forward, because a lot of times I find with my clients, they want to do all these things all at once, right? Especially now it's a new year and people have their New Year's resolutions, which I don't believe in, right? And they're like, okay, I want to get really physically fit, or I want to pivot my life, my business forward as well. I want to up level it. And so they take on all of these things all at once. Like, okay, I'm going to really, eat well in terms of proper nutrition. I'm going to get exercise every day. And, I'm going to up level my business by contacting 5 people every day. And so then, but then by the end of the month, right, usually by February timeframe, they're like, oh my God, this is so overwhelming. And so they start dropping things. And before you know it, they've kind of backtracked and they're like, well, what happened? And so I always suggest and recommend take one action item that can pivot your life forward, that is a priority for you, that can really, as they say, move the needle, right? Move the needle forward. So I really love that you say that. And that also mental toughness is a huge consideration, right? A big recommendation as well, because if we're not mentally tough, or we're not mentally tough, mentally and emotionally healthy, physically healthy, it's very difficult to do anything in life or business.
Yeah.
So I know that you've done 75 hard, and now you've also done 100 hard. So tell us a little bit more about that and how that has helped you in terms of your business and your life.
Okay. The biggest thing, a year ago, January, I started 75 hard, and I did it.
Tell our audience what that is, because I think a lot of our audience may not know what 75 hard is. I mean, I did the program, and that was, it was absolutely amazing to do. So just tell us a little briefly about what that is and what that involves.
It is actually a mental toughness program, but probably the biggest one in the world. But as Suzanne says, it is a mental and physical thing. Like we're all one, mentally, physically, emotionally, it's all one. So it includes 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes. It includes drinking a gallon of water. It includes reading a hardcover book for 10 pages each day. It includes eating according to a diet. Now, you can pick any kind of diet, but it needs to not be like, I'm going to eat at McDonald's for 75 days, like a healthy diet.
Uh-huh.
And then the last one is not drinking alcohol. So for 75 days, and you take a picture of yourself, like in a bathing suit or something where you can see your body every day. And in the beginning, it's very challenging because you go, oh my gosh, I already have a busy, full life and I have a business. Like, how am I going to do all this?
Mm-hmm.
As time goes on, the thing you most get, at least I most got out of 75 hard, that you start noticing is the less time you think about the big picture, like you said, take one step. Like, okay, get on your bike, go ride for 45 minutes. The less time you spend thinking about that giant mountain, the more time, because I add a lot of hiking hills in mine still, the more you just go, okay, I'm going to hike. Yes, it's pouring down rain. It's going to be muddy. It's going to be slippery. I'm going to get out and I'm going to take one step at a time. And you learn that by taking one step, all of a sudden you're going, whoa, just finish the workout. Like, it doesn't take that long until you get to a place. And that's what helped me with 75 hard, was going, okay, I don't have to think about this. This is what I'm going to do. And I'll just go do it. And you're able to fit it all in the time that you didn't think you had.
So true. Yeah, like those two times a day workouts. Initially, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I was able to do it. And also the gallon of water.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Yep.
I must admit that was a lot. Because I don't usually drink a lot of that water, right? So, and doing that for 75 days, you do find that you transform yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Everything is transformed. So it's an amazing thing.
Yeah. It's great. I mean, I highly recommend that to anybody. And I was so excited by the time before I even finished the 75 hard, I had read about the Live Hard. That's a 365-day program. And you have to do things at certain times. So I decided automatically, okay, I'm going to do phase 1 starting the next day. Well, it was still winter. And so part of phase 1 involves a 5-minute cold shower. I shower outdoors every day. Oh my gosh, that was like the worst thing ever. I was like, I can't stand here. Like, I can do a cold plunge, but standing in that for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It reminded me, and it really helped me to build that mental toughness more, because you realize you can do anything that you decide to do when you do it. You can do it, and you don't look at the big picture. Like, don't look at your business like Suzanne said, like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. No, your one thing that day, since health was important to you, might be, I'm going to go for an hour walk. Like, it doesn't need to be, I'm going to do all of these. And I can get there too. There's so many things we can look at and want to do them all. And you just can't, contrary to what I thought in the old days of, we can multitask and do 50 things. No, we can do one really well at each moment.
Yeah. I love that. That is so great. Yeah, that's so true too, because that's so true. A lot of times we want to, like you said, multitask. Okay, we can do all these things all at once, but then the thing is, we don't do anything well, right? We end up not doing anything. Yeah. So, where can we find you, Kathy?
You could find me on Facebook, and Suzanne has the links. Kathy Murphy is my name, and then I have several business things from there. You can find me on Instagram and LinkedIn. Same name. And those will be posted where to look. My business, 805bizsolutions.com, and also 805birthdayclub.com. I just think the birthday club portion, like I have a lot of other AI and automated systems, but the birthday club portion to me is so fun. And I watch people, I mean, it not only brightens your business, but all these other people are going out and enjoying their birthdays. Like, to me, that's just so cool because I like to build a better world. And that's how I do that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Well, thank you so much for being a guest on our show. We absolutely loved you, and you're just so phenomenal. So phenomenal. Thank you so much. Feel so honored to have you here, and it's been so great. So
it has been very
yeah.
fun and a pleasure, and I'm honored to be on your show. Thank you for having me. One last thing I wanted to tell you guys, because Suzanne and I talked about 75 Hard and the mental toughness today. It's not something you're born with. Like, none of us are, and none of us can keep it if we're not strengthening ourselves each day. It's just like weight training. You got to do the weights to keep your muscle. So anyone can go from wherever you are to building the mental toughness that you need to help your life and business. So, and on my website, I also have things like a mental toughness journal for business owners. So there's a variety of things, gifts you can get in there as well.
That's great. An excellent point too, is you got to start from where you're at, right? Start from where you're at and continue to progress and do one action each day, right? That'll pivot your life forwards. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for watching our show. Every week we're here Tuesdays, 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern time. We talk about pivoting your life and your business and living life abundantly. So live life abundantly, pivot now. Change and shift your energy. Pivot